Here's my take on vaccines. I have agonized over which stats to put in this video or which things to highlight, and I've decided to avoid the stats altogether. There might be a few in here. The vaccine appears to be safe and effective, all things considered. Yes, there's a few side effects, but overall it's an extremely low percentage. And as more people get vaccinated, yes, more cases will be of people who were vaccinated because they're an ever increasingly large majority of the population and the vaccine isn't 100%. My issue is that my body is my body and I don't owe it to anybody to inject anything into it. And I don't owe it to some stranger's grandma. And I'm not embracing the narrative that the government is going to save me from a virus which they funded and then eagerly used to destroy life as we know it in the US. And I think the government is poking the bear with getting more and more aggressive on how they promote it. We live in a world where every mainstream source of information is blatantly lying to your face. Every national story, every headline, every news show, every narrative is built on lies. Our entire culture is lying to us on every single thing all the time. And I'm not being hyperbolic. This is 100% verifiable. Name a major news story in the last 50 years and I can point out the mainstream lies about it. No problem. Off the top of my head. Because it's that obvious. I could make videos for the rest of my life on every government cover-up and news story that's blatantly wrong. And as the saying goes, the difference between conspiracy theories and the truth is just time. And I feel like time will prove me right on this one. So is the vaccine safe? Well, seeing as how it's in a crap ton of people and they're not all dropping dead after 7 months, I think it's probably okay. But would the government really tell us if it wasn't? Everything out of their mouth is a damn lie, and that alone is reason enough to avoid it. Will me getting it make the government relax its chokehold on the country? Of course not. And you're an idiot if you believe that. Imagine in 2021 believing that the government is supposedly out there burning the candle at both ends to help us beat this deadly pandemic in the interest of public safety and health. Get out of here. This thing is way too useful to just let it go. After 9/11, they started spying on us for our safety. And 20 years on, it's all still the same and way worse. It was just an excuse to grab power. And the same for this virus. So the mere fact that this government uses it against us and leverages the vaccine against us, so if we're all good little boys and girls, we might get some basic freedoms back, makes me want to have a COVID-infected person cough in my mouth simply out of spite. It makes me violently angry to even think about COVID. I'm over it. I'm over COVID. I was over it the moment it started. If we'd had any sense, we'd vaccinate the elderly, we'd vaccinate the at-risk, and we'd offer the vaccine to and then promptly leave alone everybody 65 and under. If you want to risk it, that's up to you. If the vaccines actually work, then let them work to protect the most at risk. It's my body. Nobody gets to say what happens to my health on my behalf, and no one's going to force me to do anything. I've looked at the stats, but guess what? I'm stepping over them. I don't care. Our government and state media is ran by the most evil, corrupt, pernicious, gaslighting, power-hungry, damn liars that have ever been in power in this country's whole existence. And I'll be damned if I let that same government pretend to save me from a virus that poses zero threat to me or my family. Well, that sounds a bit selfish, Seth. So what? I'm stepping over it. You can't scare me with this panic porn anymore. I'm stepping over it. I don't have to debate stats with people. I'm stepping over it. I'm not going to be polite to people who ask me to put on a mask. I'm stepping over it. I'm not going gently into that good night. I'm stepping over it. We've played along for too long, and now it's time to treat malice with malice. Anyways, that's all the time I have for this video. I'm a little angry. If you like this type of video and type of content, give this video a like and maybe subscribe. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.
They think that we'll just sit there and take it like good little boys, that we won't werewolf and go wild.